Hey YouTube, we are in my parents' basement for this week, so hence the new background, no basketball net. We are looking at Lickilicky. So first of all, don't run a new Pokemon that you want to test out when you're trying to hit the legend. So I was at like 2950 and I used this team and I went 3-6 and then I just scrapped it. I'll go over that team in a second, but the problem was I built my rank 1 01415 Lickilicky. Lick, Body Slam, Shadow Ball. And when you look at the things, it's got some really nice wins here. And we open it up here. So sort of like 403. Whoa, I don't want the open league. Just give me the... Interesting. I've never seen them do the full like that. 1 second. I've never seen them give me the full... can you just give me the Ultra League meta? There we go, 20 and 29. Why? So two things when it came to mind. When I was using Lickitung in the Great League, you're like, Lickitung's awesome. Like it's so spammy. It walls a bunch of Pokemon, and it's so tanky that you can just absorb a bunch of damage. And so I thought that would be the same thing. Plus, there's like a lot of just like meta Pokemon that are just weak to this thing, right? Good wins against Jellicent, which is everywhere. Giratina Alter, which is everywhere. A Sandslash, Cresselia, Shadow Swampert. You do great against so many meta Pokemon, and you're just so tanky that you can just take a bunch, right? The problem is when you get up here, there's some like close losses, whatever. But again, you're weak to fighting, so you're going to lose to all the fighters. Let's just go up here. Hard losses to fighters. There's a lot of darks in here, right? So not only are the fighters like Scrafty, but these are all the darks too, Obstagoon and Scrafty. The other normal typings now, like Greedent and Double and Pidgeot as a flyer, and you're just gonna get and the thing is, this Pokemon I found was I think the strength of Lickitung is the Great League. Although there are some level 50 Pokemon, there are not a ton of just super bulky Pokemon. Ultra League is right now filled with a bunch of bulky Pokemon that can just absorb a bunch of damage, and you're gonna see this thing, it does not hit hard at all. So quite a lot of losses. That's why I did not do amazing with the team, but I did okay. Again, 3-6 is not okay, but it has its strengths and weaknesses. So let's just go into this. The team is Dragonite and Charizard. Dragonite weak to ice. I thought that Dragonite weak to ice, might as well have Charizard. And the thought process behind the team was, if Lickilicky is not going to do a bunch besides just absorb energy, just have two super hard hitting spammy Pokemon, use shields on them, and then you can just have Lickilicky absorb all the damage and just focus on using shields on them, right? So I may have wanted to go with a fighter, because I said Dragonite's weak to ice, but then fighters, fighting would have been a good answer to it, because if you get a Sandslash, you still do okay with Charizard, but you take super effective, not super effective, but you take neutral from the ice. Same with Walrein, right? So you could go with a fighter instead. The problem with Lickilicky is again, you just saw a Shadow Ball there. Again, this is a counter user, so it's not, there's not much you can do here. I think it's just you're going to see a couple of matchups where it did come in pretty handy, where I actually did not, in these matchups, get it on Jellicent, Giratina. I had on a couple Cresses, but I did not really have it on Giratina or Jellicent or Trevenant, the Pokemon that you would want to have it on to truly maximize its strength, right? So yeah, I just used, hoping I get to another one. I should have baited there. I think my bait was, the one doesn't take me out, but I still don't think, I needed to bait there to get to the blast burn. But it will be taken out. And again, having two things that don't do great against ice and Lickilicky, which cannot just wall it, is not great. This matchup is goodish. It's good that you can take it in the 2 shield if you want, in which again I will use a bunch of shields on this thing. Shield up an Ice Punch because again, double super effective, but these Dragon Breaths are adding up. I'm gonna throw the Dragon Claw before here. If this takes it out, I'll just probably stand there unless it's hopefully I can take it out here. Yeah, okay, good. Take it out here as long as I don't see an ice. And this is where just this is where actually I think I have Charizard here, because if I remember, I grab one shield and they take me out, but they took me out really quickly. So I'm they're dry on energy. I could come Lickilicky here, but they're drawing energy, so I'm like, you know what? They only have Night Slashes too, right? Earthquake is resisted, so I'm probably in a good spot here with Charizard just to go straight Blast Burn, because at best they Night Slash me, and they're going to need to like boost to do anything that matters. And they come in Swampert, and this is where I knew I've already won, because as soon as I got one, I don't even need to get this. I get the second one off. I don't need to get the second one off. As soon as you do any sort of like wing attack chip damage, it is now just Lick and Body Slam that the Swampert is going to need to take 3 Hydros to take me out. You're so tanky. I'm just going to lick down and they don't even get a move off. I think there's one coming up. Not the next one. I alternated win losses here. I think the next win you're going to see Lickilicky actually doing its job and absorbing damage. So I thought like, okay, I can't really come Charizard because I'm just going to get outpaced to there. I didn't want to stand any longer with Dragonite because I didn't want to give it energy. So I'm like, maybe I'll just come in here. Like, that's a Walrein doing an Earthquake and it doesn't even get me to 50%, right? The problem is, as you're going to see right here, the Body Slam does like a quarter of a damage, if that. Like, these Body Slams are not hard-hitting moves. And let me just actually open this up just so I can give you exactly how much that Body Slam did not do to Lickilicky with the perfect stats against a Walrein. If I just have Body Slam, that Body Slam does a whole 20.8%. I said a quarter. It doesn't even do a quarter. It does 20.8% to Walrein. And so they would win just going straight Icicle Spear, even in even energy advantage, right? So one, I could have built this team better and have an answer to Walrein or like a Sandslash, a better one. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like in any sort of neutral situation, I was very, very disappointed. Like any neutral situation, you're losing essentially. This one, they actually do have a Stone Edge. I thought they would maybe have Leaf Blade Leaf Blade and Sacred Sword, and they have Leaf Blade. So I'm like, okay, I'm good here, especially getting this off. I'm gonna win this with ease, and then they actually do have the Stone Edge. So that is just unlucky for me. But the next one here, I think it's the next one that will show you Lickilicky actually like doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. Because I come in here immediately, safe swap, and they're not leaving right away, which tells me that they probably don't have great answers resistance back. So Shadow, A-Slash, again, 30%, if that. Now they need to come in with their Hundo level 51 Best Buddy Pelipper. But this is where just like the Body Slam spam is real. Just like Great League, it's Lick and Body Slam. It's the same thing. And they're going to have to throw a Hurricane. So I took a Drill Run, which did like 30%. I'm getting all these wing attacks from a level 51 thing. And they throw the Hurricane here. And I live with like 2 HP or something. Like 1 HP. Which is like insane, right? So there is your strengths. I took a Drill Run from a Shadow and it did like 30%. And I took a bunch of wing attacks. I got a shield and I took a Hurricane with like 1 or 2 HP left. So that is where it's like, yes, this is what you're supposed to do for me. You are supposed to absorb energy. You're supposed to grab shields and help me out there. So now with this, I will be able to grab their last shield. And again, Charizard with a shield advantage in this league is very strong, especially with a bug water Pokemon. Again, I should know counts because I use this thing many, many times in factions. But I shield up a X-Scissor, which is fine. I farmed up a bit, get this first Blast Burn off, and I will get a Blast Burn off here. I survive an Ice Punch, barely. But I will get a Blast Burn off here to win. So Lickilicky, yeah, Lickilicky did something. Is it Lickilicky? Because there's an I before the L. So is it I just call it Lickilicky. Maybe that I is silent. This matchup, so I'm playing also. I haven't watched any of the World Championships yet. I've been following it. Crazy, like the amount of big names there is insane, and when they lose, it's just like it's crazy that they lose, but it's like, yeah, of course they lost. They're also facing like amazing battlers. Like it's funny because I've gone against Rise twice, and I'm 0 in 2 different like tournaments, and I'm 0-6 against him, and to see him go like 2-2, just being like, yeah, there's other people who are like better than him, right? It's just like crazy. Anyways, but anyways, as I was saying, this game has been very, very, very good this year in terms of like lag. I had like frame drops earlier in the season, but for the last like whatever weeks, like month and a half, it has been very good, except for starting on Wednesday-ish. The amount of frame drops I'm getting where it's like unplayable. This game, I'm getting like crazy frame drops, like not just like one frame drop where it's like a little bit. It's like, oh yeah, like a move and a half of frame drops. It's a lot. Unfortunately, they are running double fairy, and there's not too much you can do when you have a dragon, right? A dragon with absolutely no moves. Hopefully get off another move here. I can't, which I kind of needed to get that move off, because what you're going to see here is the Lickilicky just being garbage. This is less than 50% clefable. I have a shield, that's fine, I can shield. But like these body slams do nothing to clefable. And clefable's not like, I mean, it's decently tanky, but it's not as tanky as you're going to see. This is like, the licks are adding up. But you're just going to see this body slam. It's already like in an okay-ish yellow and like red that is not even in the lick range. So it's just like, So you don't need to build this one up. I built it up because it's a rank 1, and I'm like, when am I ever going to get like a rank 1? I've got like a couple rank 1s for various things. I got like the Great League Quagsire. I've got Ultra League Jellicent. But yeah. So this one, I'm just going to try and keep alignment on the... Because I have a Dragonite or Charizard for the... What's it called? Virizion. They blast burn me, which is unfortunate, because now I have to shield this to get this off. But if I remember, they shield back and take this switch with wing attack, which is unfortunate. I just got to come Dragonite back and Dragonite Breath this down before they get to a Dragon Claw. So that's good. I am switch locked. It is a crest in the back. So I want to get out of here. My switch clock is still locked here, because I want to get this on the Virizion. And then at this point, good catch here. And again, Crest isn't a heavy hitter, but like watch this Moonblast. Like, like nothing. Absolutely nothing. And they're staying in here way too long. Oh, it was a Swampert on the lead. I wanted to keep the Dragonite on the Swampert. But now you're going to see, because it's a shadow and because they let me get so much energy advantage, like Lickilicky is still spammy. So just take that. Take these moves. One Hydro is not going to take me out. They're going to need to throw... I don't think an Earthquake takes me out from this range, even from a shadow. Yeah, does not. And I get to the move to take them out here. I could have probably just licked down and stay... Or, yeah, it would have been a simultaneous KO, so it wouldn't have mattered. Come in here. They just threw a Moonblast, so if they have a Moonblast here, they're going to be pretty dry on energy. And I will get this off for the win. So definitely not one you need to build by any means necessary. But yeah, it's fine. Like, I think there's other Pokemon that would do its job that I think are better in this meta. Because you're looking at like any normal typing. If you're looking at like any normal typing Pokemon that would wall your Giratinas and your Jellicents and stuff, that I would still rather have instead of Lickilicky, would be Pidgeot. Let me just type normal in here. Pidgeot, double, I like Obstagoon more. I don't love Greedent. I've used it a few times. And it's interesting because Snorlax is ranked lower than that, but I actually like using Snorlax more than I like using this. But in terms of normal typings, there's only Pidgeot, double, Obstagoon, who I all agree with ahead. Greedent's ahead of you, which I don't love using Greedent. And then Miltank, which I've also have not used yet, but it is XL and I don't really have the rank 1 or whatever you need for it. So Lickilicky's ranked 84. Again, it has some, again, Trevenant, hard wins against Trevenant, Jellicent, Cresselia, Giratina. It can beat Shadow Swampert. If you're head on energy, you're going to be able to like grab shield and stuff. So it's decent. It's okay. As a normal typing, it's okay. It's just like, it's a huge investment for not a lot of return. And again, I'm a free-to-play player and all about saving that dust and candies where you can. So I can build it because I have now close to like 400 Pokemon double mood for all these GBL leagues. But if you are sort of short on dust and short on candies and stuff like that, this is not one that you need to build up. Anyways, if you are still here, I hit Legend in Great League. I'm almost positive I've used this team before, but if you've lasted this long in the video, then you are a very loyal subscriber. So I will tell you before you get to tomorrow, the team is Swampert, Non-Shadow, Sableye, and Registeel. And I'm almost positive I put that team out already. Because I just went back to it, because after I lost this, I was down to like 2850-ish, something like that. And so I'm like, okay, let me just go to a meta team that I know works. And that was it. I'm almost positive. Yes. So if you go back 2 weeks ago, huge ELO push, 2853 ELO with meta Great League team. Swampert, Sableye, Registeel. That's what got me a huge ELO push earlier in the season. That's what got me to Legend this season. So I will showcase that tomorrow morning for you. So stay tuned for that. I hope you have a good community day. I'm here at my family's house and we have a thing later. So I'm going to try and grind for like half an hour. Just to get, good news is I already have candies. I just don't have good IVs. I got like one okay IV for like Ultra League. So just getting like one for Great League. I don't care about the Master League because if you see my analysis yesterday, you will know why. But yeah, so that is it. So I appreciate you watching. Yay for 14th straight Legend season. And that is it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.